Wow, has it been a crazy week? Kind of got pushed back onto our heels, and that was mainly because of our core belief that family and friends come first. And we've had one friend that's made some decisions that will greatly impact their lives, and we've tried to do a lot of coaching and counseling with this individual, and unfortunately, they're going to go down their path. And but that's also kind of shows where it is that we are and how we handle it. Each individual has their own choices that they make in and throughout their life, and sometimes you're not happy with the decisions that they make, but ultimately it's their choice and it's their calling, their destiny. Sometimes they have to experience certain things in their life, and so we let them go off and do what they will. I guess almost like parents. Sometimes you don't like what it is that your children do, but yet you have to let them do those things. You may want them to be a doctor or a lawyer or pursue a certain career or date a certain individual. But ultimately, if their calling is to work in the restaurant industry, which of course I have no problem with individuals that support us in the restaurant industry. But if that's what their calling is, that's what they're happy doing, then we bless that and we let them go do what they want to go do. So a lot of things that are happening in order to be able to support that individual to allow them to move on into their new destination. Another individual, a family friend, is back on their heels, medical problems, etc., and we're reaching on out and trying to help that individual as well. So, how does that affect us? How does that affect you and I and the organization that we have? Well, we still have been plugging away. It's just I have not been doing these video episodes on a regular basis. Still working on the CRM, still working on the blueprint model for the leads, but also got thrown back on our heels because the theme had changed on one of our training websites, and so we're having to go back in and do some reconfiguring there. On the bright side, the email campaigns that we're working with the other leaders, we're having a meeting sometime within this week in order to be able to go over that whole process. I met a great individual last night on a video call. We're going to be getting together on another video chat this weekend to go over what we've got in place. So we're starting to bring on resources and individuals who are sharing in our dream and in our vision. And so progress is being made. So I apologize for not being able to do the updates, but sometimes you just have to put your nose to the grinding wheel. You just have to keep plugging away. It's not that we've been off, even though it was a 3-day weekend this last weekend. A lot of stuff had been done in that whole process. So, as far as Memorial Day, I hope all of you took some time to reflect back on those loved ones who gave their lives for our country, and the honor that they bring to you and your family and friends, etc. Um, I know that I've got a couple of individuals in my life that did that, and I also gave a portion of my life, towards service, and so kudos to those individuals. Sad that they're not with us, but I hope that you really took some time to reflect back on how they impacted your life, and not only in the past, but for the future as well. So we will continue to keep forging away and making progress and documenting those things. Yesterday, I ended up having to do one of the training calls because some individual wasn't able to jump on there to do that. I did notice that I have a tendency when I'm in front of a crowd to speak very, very fast, and that's a skill I guess I'm going to have to hone in order to be able to stay focused. And even in these episodes, I'd much rather be very to the point and maybe an outline or something so that I'm hitting everything that I want to talk about and in an orderly manner so that we can get through this whole process. And sometimes that's just a simple, basic outline. So we'll retool that. We'll keep on working on our skills when we're talking to individuals. Sometimes it's almost difficult to explain, but having a conversation with yourself when you're doing these types of videos and not having an audience to participate is quite a unique experience. So we'll keep on honing that in and trying to bring the best content to you possible. So I've got a lot of work to do. Phones are going to start ringing, and got websites that I need to touch, and working on the blueprint, and also working on those email campaigns and whatnot. So we're trying to get to this finish line so we can open up the floodgates, start making some calls, and start seeing this massive action and bringing on other individuals on board in order to be able to try and leverage their skills and resources in order to try and move this project forward faster and faster towards the completion date. So have a great day, and I'm going to put my nose to the grinding wheel. Talk to you later.